Hey, what's up everybody? Long time no see. Welcome back to the channel. Today I watched a video of the new 2020 Shelby GT500 going down the quarter mile down at Texas Motorplex over the weekend. Our friends TJ Bailey, he had a private event down there and he's amazing at track prep. We had some good air, and just so happens the new Shelby GT500 made an appearance and ran a 10.6 down the quarter mile. So I figured today would be a good day to show you guys some behind the scenes stuff at the launch event that I went back to just a few weeks ago for the new 2020 Charger Widebody Scat Pack and Widebody Hellcat, and how it definitely is a contender. So in this video, you're going to see engineer Jim Wilder. He's one of the fathers of the Demon. He's going to take you around each car and show you all the differences and all the specs and what makes them a real contender with all the performance cars in the market. Definitely the looks of this car, the Scat Pack looks amazing. Obviously they look the same, but man, I tell you what, that frostbite on the Hellcat that you're going to see in this video, man, it's absolutely gorgeous. So anyway, guys, check it out.
I put the team on my back. I do it all for the family. Everyone think they can rap. Nobody ever gon' challenge me. Starting my week on a Sunday. They think they can make it in one day. I just been ready to take off. Waiting my turn on the runway. Never be turning around. Never be turning around. Ayy. Never be slowing it down. Never be slowing it down.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jim Wilder. I'm the Vehicle Development Manager for the Charger program for SRT. Before we talk about some of the engineering behind these, I really want to talk a little bit about philosophy of the car, because that's really what sets us up for designing and engineering what we do. You've heard it mentioned it's a four-door family sedan, and we really take that to heart. It's a four-door sedan that you can pile your family in and drive coast to coast comfortably. That is definitely one of the objectives we have. The other objective is it's a serious, aggressive muscle car that while you're on your cross-country trip, you can stop at drag strips and racetracks all along the way and not only hold your own, but excel. So with that in mind, I want to start with the Scat Pack. And what do we do to make the Scat Pack work? So obviously, very noticeably is the wide body on the car. But starting with powertrain, powered by a 6.4 liter naturally aspirated Hemi, 485 horsepower, made to the 8-speed automatic transmission. I'll mention this a few different times. Street, sport, and track modes are inside the transmission, so you've got gear selection, shift schedules for pretty much any occasion that you're in. The philosophy between those modes, and this goes to the suspension, this goes to the steering, this goes to the transmission, the stability control. Street or auto mode is sporty, but it's still compliant. Track is super aggressive, in your face. Performance is the key. I'm not looking for comfort there. I'm trying to make the car fast. Whatever that mode is for or whatever that component that we're talking about. So 485 horsepower, highest naturally aspirated horsepower in its class. Gotta have big brakes to stop it though. That's a lot of power, so we have huge brakes. We took brakes from the SRT packages, 6-piston Brembos up front, 390 millimeter two-piece rotors. In the rear, we have 4-piston Brembos and 350 millimeter rotors. Huge braking power, huge fade resistance, all for stopping distance and for fade protection on the racetrack. So, to the flares, to the big tires. Obviously, the wide body kit is the big dynamic change to the car. 305 tires, Pirellis, 3-season and 4-season. 4-season standard, 3-season is optional. Huge difference in grip. But we didn't want to stop there. What can we do to optimize that grip? Each car took a little different approach. Each car has a little different weight distribution, different power levels. They each want something a little bit different. The car talked to us when we're designing, or when we're engineering what we want, what they want. So this car ended up with 27% more spring in the front, 27% increase in spring rate in the front. In the rear, we increased sway bar size from a 19 hollow to a 21.7 millimeter hollow, a 52% increase in stiffness. This car also comes standard with Bilstein adaptive shocks. So 3-mode shocks, street, sport, and track on the shocks, significantly retuned. It's not just a takeoff shock from an SRT, it's a significantly retuned shock for this package. EPS, also street, sport, and track, retuned. It was standard, it is standard, but the modes have been uniquely calibrated. We do all these things for performance. We're not doing them just for fun. It's fun developing these cars, no doubt about it, but we're doing them for performance. 0 to 60 dropped 0.3 of a second to 4.3 seconds. Quarter mile dropped 1/10 of a second to 12.4 seconds. Braking distance dropped 3 feet from 110 to 107 feet. And the big change, skid pad went from 0.91 Gs to 0.98 Gs. Big change in skid pad. Moving over to the SRT. Powered by the 6.2 liter Hellcat Hemi, 707 horsepower, class leading horsepower. Also made it to an 8-speed transmission. The HP90 version, a higher torque capacity version that is in the Scat pack, also has street sport and track modes in the transmission. With that, we maintain the class leading top speed of her production sedan, 196 miles an hour, a little bit down from the narrow body with the extra drag from the flares. But still class leading speed. 196 is probably pretty good for most people to get to work in time. Braking power is also the same that we talked about on the Scat pack. Big 6-piston brakes up front, 390 millimeter 2-piece rotors, and the same 4-piston 350 millimeter rotors in the rear. So again, huge braking power and huge fade resistance for such a powerful vehicle. As I said, this took a little different dynamic approach. This car wanted 38% more spring rate in the front, a significant change in spring rate in the front. And we also changed the bars both front and rear. Front sway bar went from 32 hollow to 34 hollow, an 18% increase in stiffness. Rear went from the same as the Scat, 19 hollow to 21.7 hollow for a 52% increase in stiffness. First time, I should mention Bilstein shocks too. Obviously, as our SRTs have been, this has adaptive shocks, street sport and track mode in those. Again, retuned for this package to go with the mechanical differences that we made. First time available on a Charger Hellcat is EPS, electric power steering. Nice feature upgrade for this car with the various modes, street sport and track for that as well. We didn't stop at the dynamics with that though. We wanted to have a little bit of a different look. We threw a new spoiler on the back. So not only does that give us a unique look to the car, it also added 30 counts rear downforce. 30 counts more rear downforce to the car. So a pretty nice change in balance on the car. And then to balance that out in the front, underneath on the belly pan, you'll see underneath the fascia, if you get down on your knees, you'll see an air dam, tire spats, and then brake ducts. We wanted to get as much cool air as we could to the brakes for track fade protection. But that also ended up giving us 40 counts reduced front lift. So 40 counts less lift in the front, 30 counts more down in the rear, really helps the stability of the car, plant the car. Again, we do this all for performance. Quarter mile and 0 to 60 each dropped 1/10 of a second. Quarter mile is 10.96 on 3-season tires. 0 to 60 is 3.6 seconds. So we have a true 10-second car on street tires. Braking distance dropped 4 feet from 111 to 107 feet. And skid pad went up from 0.90 Gs to 0.96 Gs. Another significant performance increase. Both these cars were tested on a 2.1 mile track to kind of throw all those objectives together into one lap. This car over the narrow body dropped 1.3 seconds per lap, 8 car lengths. This car dropped 2.1 seconds per lap, 13 car lengths. A huge, huge difference in performance. These changes aren't subtle. You guys are going to feel these changes when you're street driving the cars today. Steering is quicker, sharper. The front increase in spring rate is a big difference in how the car turns in. And then when you get to drive them on the track, exit out power is amazing. The big tires, the grip coming through the corner, and then the grip coming out of the corners is pretty phenomenal. So I hope you guys enjoy. With that, I will turn it over to Ashton.